Hey guys, I'm Evan and welcome to Country View Acres. So today I started off out in the front field baling silage, and on my 8th bale the baler broke. So now I need to see if I can get this fixed so I can get the rest of it baled up. We just cut it yesterday. This sorghum Sudan grass ended up pulling into the pickup right there. It completely wrapped it up so that this is bound. The whole pickup stopped moving. It just bound it up completely. And now, since that's bound up, the baler breaks the shear bolt every time. So the 8th bale's finished, it just never got tied. So I need to see if I can get that out of there, get that all freed up, and then see if I can get this bale tied and out. And I've pulled as much of this out of here as I could in the field. I think to get the rest of it out, I'm gonna have to start taking this apart. All right, there's a couple bolts on the bottom here, and there's one bolt around the back of the top. There's one. Yes. And then there's the second guard. A wasp just came out from inside of there, so there's wasps everywhere. I don't know if we got a wasp nest bound up in here. I might get stung before this is over with. I feel like I've got about 8 wasps swarming around my legs. All right, I've got that all cleaned out now. You can see, free of all of the sorghum Sudan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the 2 covers back on, put a new shear bolt in there, and then we'll test it and make sure everything's moving the way it should. So this whole time I've been working on that, I have just had, I don't know, 8-10 wasps swarming around me. I just figured out where they're coming from. It's actually like the very front of the hitch where you pin it up. There's a little pocket in there and they just keep on flying in there. That's where their nest must be. Right now there's 4 around it. They are on alert. There's more than 4. Out of safety's sake, I may spray those through the back window of the tractor. That way I can shut myself inside really quick. There's a bunch in there. Oh. Oh my God, so many. So everything on the baler moves the way it should. I tried to get it to pull the string in. It won't do it without pulling in some type of grass or forage. So I need to take it back out in the field just to get it to pull the string in and get this one tied and ejected, and then we can finish this up. We're about halfway done. All right, we just finished up. That's the last bale. Bale counter says that it's 18 bales, and this time we made 4-foot diameter bales. The very first one I made 3.5, just to make sure everything worked right, and then we went to 4-foot bales. So these are bigger than last time, and we've got quite a bit more than last time. as we look under here, nothing in the hay pickup. It looks perfectly clean. So I'm not sure what caused that earlier. We did have it jam up the other day, and I had it catching up around one of them gathering wheels, so I don't know if it started to get stuff jammed in there last time, but ever since we cleaned it out, it stayed clean, so that's good. So I think I had some people wonder why I didn't use the moisture probe on these silage bales, and the real reason is these are made for dry hay. And I googled a few just to see. Most of these read up to 44% moisture, and beyond that they just get all squirrely. So stick that in there. It says we're 13% moisture. We're obviously not. So, and I've read that on some other things, that when you make silage bales, these moisture probes don't work. That's why you have to have some other way of doing a moisture test like we did in the microwave the other day. I think there's other moisture testers that'll dry things out and give you a moisture reading. But these probes, they don't read high moisture, so they don't work on these silage bales. I'm gonna go ahead and get the baler unhooked off of here. Probably go ahead and blow it off with the leaf blower and get it clean. And then we're gonna start hauling these bales off the field. And I may do something differently. I'm either gonna just haul 2 bales at a time, or I may see if I can load these on some type of trailer and get them to the other side of the property. We'll see. So what I've decided to do, since it is extremely hot outside, it says it feels like 105 right now, and the bales are bigger than last time. I think it's just best that I use the cab tractor to move the bales and enjoy the air conditioning. All right, get the air conditioner cooling down, and I wanted to show you this. 500.6 hours. Yep, we just rolled over 500 hours on the tractor. All right, I've got all of the bales moved up here to the front of the property. I even got a few of them down there next to the driveway. So that was a total of 9 trips with the tractor to bring these 18 bales up here. So that took me about an hour. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the wrapper. I'm gonna get Rebecca, she's gonna help, and we're just gonna get these all wrapped up, put away. All right, I got Rebecca, she's out here in the tractor running the bale wrapper. I'm gonna load with the 2515. I've got the smaller 3.5 foot bale on the back as a counterweight, and these are very heavy bales for this tractor. So we'll see how it goes. I think it'll get the job done. She went the wrong way. She'll get the hang of it. All right, we got all 18 bales wrapped, so that's a total of 25 silage bales. Now, keep in mind we made 4x4 bales today, and then like these little ones back here, these are the ones we made the other day. They're a little bit smaller. And we ended up with a total of 44 regular hay bales. So a total of 69 round bales we have stored up here right now. And I don't know if we're going to end up getting a third cut this year or not. This may be all the hay that we make. We'll just have to wait and see, but I'm happy having this much, that's for sure. So it's about 7:30 in the evening. So it has been a long day, but at least I'm glad this is done, and now I can really move on to trying to plant that south half of that field. All right, the first thing we're going to do today is we've got 3 more pipe posts that we need to go pound in down on the west side, and then all the posts are in on that fence line. So let's get to it. All right, we got all of the metal posts along this west side in, so now I'm just gonna move on to the next job. All right, the next thing on my list is I need to get the disc so that I can work that field to get it planted in pasture grass. And it is buried behind these weeds. It's kind of back behind there. There's other pieces of equipment in the weeds, so we need to see if we can drag everything out of there, get the disc out so that we can use it, and then try to mow this all down, and then try to put all this equipment back to where it belongs. Because I've got equipment strung out everywhere from getting everything out from hay season and just other projects. I've just got implements everywhere, and they're all supposed to be in here. So let's see if we get this straightened out. right, the equipment laydown area definitely looks better than it did a few minutes ago. It's still not perfect, but I've got a few of the pieces of equipment put back where they belong, and I think the rest of this will have to straighten up after we get this front field planted and we get the disc put back in there. So I think that's as far as I'm gonna get with this tonight. So the disc I pulled out, this is a International Harvester. I think this is about 12 feet wide right here. And it came with the property when we bought it. And this rear gang right here is in pretty bad shape. You can see that this disc is completely broken off. That disc is broken. And then the ones back here, you can see they're broken as well. I think there's about 5 discs on that gang that are busted. So I've taken some measurements and these appear to be about 17 inches in diameter. I have some discs that are 19 inches. They're too big, wrong size. So if I can find the right size of these, I may go ahead and just try to take this, at least this one gang apart. It's the worst one, and try to put new discs on it before we work the field. I mean, if I can't find them, I'm just going to use it the way it is. And the problem is it just won't plow very well, right? I mean, it won't till up the ground and work up the ground very well. So then it'll take a few extra passes to really get it, you know, the ground worked up and broken up the way we want it to plant. So, and we'll probably have to go over it several times anyway, just because we've got all this grass to till into the soil anyway. So I guess I'm not sure whether we're going to end up working on this or not. It all depends on whether I find the right size discs. But if I do, I really think taking apart those gangs is going to be, I think it'll be a challenge. I don't think it's going to want to come apart. And it may be a real chore to try to repair it, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But either way, we're going to use this disc to plow that field or to till up that field. And we'll probably have to do it a few times anyway. And after that, we'll get it planted in pasture grass. But I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.